Oh, hey there. So oftentimes in life, we're presented with a choice. And sometimes that choice is to be right or to be kind. Which would you choose? Now, I know a lot of people that are like, it's important to be right, and the facts are the most important thing. You got to tell the truth, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that is important. That is important. And there are other people that are like, it's just, just make people feel good or whatever. Like, just, be nice no matter what, even if they're wrong. Be like, it's okay to do that. I think somewhere in the middle is more accurate. But if given the choice between being right or being kind, I will choose to be kind every single time. Now, this doesn't mean you lie to somebody. It doesn't mean that you sugarcoat it. It just means you can be kind. It's not that hard, okay? There are many times where I have many options on how I can respond to somebody's question or behavior or whatever in the world it may be. And there are ways that I could do it that are harsh, but true. And there are ways I could do it that are kind, but also true. If we focus on the important things, right? We're not letting somebody slide. We're not letting somebody get away with, unaliving somebody or whatever. But at the same time, be kind with your response to somebody. And here's the thing, is that the kindness and the love of God lead to repentance. Almost never is it like, I was mean to you and I told you all the ways that you were wrong, and then you repented. Almost never. Think about this. When everybody caught the woman in adultery, and I know the man was doing it too, and they brought this woman before Jesus, and they're like, the law says we should stone her to death. That's what the law says. What do you think? And then he let them all, he said, whoever among you hasn't sinned, let him cast the first stone. And then one by one, starting with the oldest, they dropped their stones and walked away because they knew, like, I'm not innocent either. If I throw this stone, then I might as well be standing right there next to her because I'll be next. And I think we forget that. We're like, I've never done that thing. You're like, you might not have done that exact same thing, but what you've done is equally as bad. So slow your roll, everybody. And so it's important to be kind. And so here's what happened, right? Everybody leaves one by one, and now it's just the woman caught in adultery and Jesus. And I'm sure she's still terrified. And he looks at her and says, is there nobody here that's going to accuse you? And she's like, no. And he goes, then I won't accuse you either. Go and sin no more. Now, we don't know what happens to her after that, but I would assume that if you're at the point of death, like you've been caught and everybody knows it, and then Jesus had mercy on you, and there was something bigger than your sin, that you got away with it, if you will, like you were forgiven for a debt you couldn't repay, I would think you would change your ways, right? I know that there are people that don't. There are lots of people that have been through what I've been through, and they're like right back in it. I know people that have had near-death experiences, and they go right back to all the things that killed them in the first place. And that's a real thing, right? This is not a foolproof deal. But I don't have to answer for you. I have to answer for me. I'd just rather be kind. So choose how you want.